You should give a fuck. You really should. But only about things that set your soul on fire. Save your fucks for the magical shit. Hi, this is Coach MK, and this is the Morning Mantra.
Hi, my name is MK Fleming. I'm a run coach based in Denver, Colorado. But this isn't a podcast about running exactly. Don't tell my clients, but we're never really talking about the running. When you know a craptastic event is coming, it helps to have a mantra to keep you centered and focused as you move through it. You don't have to be an athlete to be #coached and loved by Coach MK, and if you are here, then you are #winning at life.
Today's mantra is, I'ma keep it. I'ma keep it. So yesterday I told you a little bit about mantras and how they started with me and how they evolved. And eventually this came to, I am loved. I am coached, I am loved, I am winning at life. And that was useful, but the flip side of that was reminding myself in moments when I would get lost in groups, when I would feel insecure or outclassed or outgunned in some way. Usually when I was, this tended to happen the most frequently when I was new in town, and I'd be with runners. And I can't tell you how many times I showed up to a group run and ran harder than I needed to or wanted to just to keep up. Partially because I wanted to fit in, but also partially because I did not want to be left behind. Pretty bad sense of direction, and getting home is necessary. But I digress. I look back over so many periods when I didn't have something like coachless, unloved amateurs. Coachless, unloved amateurs, which is not specifically intended to diss the people around me or make fun of them in any way. But it's about keeping me centered and focused. When I'm running in a race and I look around and I think, oh, I should probably catch up to this person. I should probably be doing something other than what I'm doing. Coachless Unloved Amateurs brings me out of that insecure moment and reminds me that the people around me, there's no guarantee that they know what they're doing or that they have a plan. Therefore, I should stick to mine. There's no guarantee. They might know all kinds of things that I don't, but there's no guarantee that that is true because that's something I made up. That is a lie I made up in my head to justify chasing that person ahead of me, outrunning the person that's gaining on me, or being really concerned about the dude that's passed me for the fourth time. It's hard to stay centered in a race, just like it is in other areas of our lives. So when I read the super cool quote that I opened the mantra with today, I found a corresponding passage in the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. You remember Ryan Holiday? He's a dude that wrote Ego is the Enemy. It's a pretty great book. He has another one out called the Daily Stoic, which is a meditation per day for a year. And I'm looking at the one from March 29th, and it says, "Why do you need to impress these people again?" And I thought about this, and I'm about to read it to you, and I thought about this, and I remembered all the times that I've tried to either impress or win the affection of people by sort of proving that I belonged there, proving that I deserved their affection. By trying to prove something, I was giving them power. They had the power to reject me. They could make me dance and try to prove myself as long as they wanted. And that's kind of a silly thing to do when you think about it. Is there anything sadder than the immense lengths we'll go to impress someone? The things we'll do to earn someone's approval can seem, when examined in retrospect, like the result of some temporary form of insanity. Suddenly we're wearing uncomfortable, ridiculous clothes we've been told are cool, eating differently, talking differently, eagerly waiting for a call or text. If we did these things because we liked it, that'd be one thing, but that's not what it is. It's just a means to an end, to get someone to give us the nod. The irony, as Marcus Aurelius points out repeatedly, is that the people whose opinion we covet are not all that great. They're flawed. They're distracted and wowed by all sorts of silly things themselves. We know this, and yet we don't want to think about it. To quote Fight Club again, we buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like. Doesn't that sound pretty ridiculous? But more than that, isn't it about as far as possible as you can get from the serenity and security that philosophy can provide? Yeah, that's true. So this is just something to think about when you're on your run tomorrow, or when you're facing a similar type of situation for the rest of the week. I'm going to keep this one. Why are you giving a fuck about that person? Why are you giving a fuck about that rejection? Why are you caring so much about this situation? Take that fuck back. We're going to reclaiming my fucks. We're going to take those fucks. We're going to put them back in our pocket. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep this one. You have nothing that I need. You are not that great. I'm not going to give you any more power over me. This little fuck that I was starting to throw your way, taking it back, hashtag reclaiming my fucks, I'm going to keep this one. Most of all, if this is happening while you're at a run club tomorrow and you're tempted to do something just to keep people, just to make other people happy, just to keep them from laughing at you, just to make you feel a little bit like you fit, ask yourself, like, are you really worth this precious fuck of mine? The answer is probably no. Is this effort really going to change anything? If I run really, really hard and keep up with you, what do I win from that? I get to keep running really, really hard with you? No, thank you. At the end of the day, we could expend a whole lot of energy and have nothing to show for it, including our fucks. So let's start by keeping that, and then taking a tally of how much energy we have left at the end of the day. Chances are pretty good you're going to be saving a lot more than just time and energy and fucks. You will be reclaiming your time as well as your sanity.
You are coached, you are loved, and you are winning at life. And you are definitely winning at life if you subscribe to my Nuzzlenut newsletter, follow me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to do all three.
It's time. Maintain is ready to launch. Head on over to www.fitnessprotection.com, opt into the mailing list, and you will receive an email with detailed instructions the day we're ready to go. Spoiler alert, that day's coming soon. Get on the mailing list now. Yay!